Once again, we are back on Boond Soch ttalk, train of thoughts, with a very interesting story exclusive on ttalk of Aditi Gupta, a strong woman leader, and she has been Mrs. India Singapore winner, and with a lot of insights being part of an she's being a part of an entrepreneur glamour world, and now changing and switching the gear to an adventure. Ma'am, welcome to this episode.
Thank you so much.
Now, in fact, being an entrepreneur, part of a glamour world, what made you get into the Formula 4 racetrack? That too on the wheel, a rough and tough sports like. So, can you share with the target audience,
So,
please?
like I said, in my earlier childhood days, I think I was brought up like a tomboy. So that is where my dad would say, "Stand here and now kick." Okay.
Okay, fine.
So that is where I got associated with the machine, and of course, bullet is something which I have always enjoyed, and hence
I see. Okay.
So
good.
I ride a bullet. I enjoy riding bullet as well.
Oh, I see.
So I've done on and off. My brother has it. So whenever I used to come from abroad, then he was like, "Acha, this is the key. I have left the key in the house, so you can take a ride, or we both will go on a ride." And all. And when I just moved 2 years back, and I was just on the social media, and I came across this particular ad of Formula 4 racing, and there was a talent hunt.
That was which year?
That was in 2020. 2019 and 2020 was the year that 2020 and 2021 was the year. So I came across this talent hunt, and I said, okay, let me have a look at it. And then it suddenly, why I got attracted, because it stated women's team. They were building some women's team, and that is something which I think I have never seen in India happening at all. Of course, they do have trainings. We have some great Formula 4 racers also, but it is at a very, very small scale, or it's not been publicized for various reasons. It is about our culture, probably. It is about the risk that you don't want to take, or women don't want to take. And then I said, this is something which is different. And because I have always enjoyed driving, riding and all, this is something which I would like to learn and also understand how this sport is. So then I entered into that talent hunt, and I was one of the top winners, and that is how I entered the national championship. So they formed a team from the earlier winners and the current winners, and that is how I went for the championship.
I see.
And again, we women also talk about equal opportunities. So here is what I saw was that we had to compete with men, because there are not enough number of women who participate in motorsports. So you have to actually, race and speed up along with the men. Okay, so one thing that I learned was, yes, machines don't know who the driver is.
Okay, I see.
So you speed up. It is all in your control. It is all in your mind. And there's a lot of learning.
How that strong thought came in your mind? Yes, you can race, वो energy आपको कहाँ से आई?
I think I've always craved for doing different things, and something that I can encourage someone in the corner of the world. And of course, I would have said, oh, I'm old enough, I'm having 2 kids now by the time. And I shouldn't be doing all this, because it is expensive also. Motorsports is definitely an expensive sport. We all know it. But then I thought, nobody has stopped me, right? Nobody has told me that at this particular age I can't do this, or I can't do that, or having a kid. If it would have been my husband, so would they ask the same question that, oh, you have 2 kids, why are you getting into a bike riding or motor sports? And the funniest part is, my husband doesn't drive. Okay, he doesn't drive at all. He's a Formula 1, he's a fan. Okay, he knows all the drivers, everything. Every weekend the races happen, and he is the one who actually motivated. This is something different. Go and experience it.
Good. That's a great motivation what you get from.
And that is when I went over there, and I understood that this is doable at any age. There is nothing that can stop you. If you want to do it, you can definitely train yourself to be a racer. and you can pursue that as your career also. It takes a while, it takes a time to be there, be on the podium, as they say.
Correct.
But if you are strong enough and if you have the strength to pursue, yes, you can definitely do that.
And tell me, what kind of preparation you did to stay mentally and physically fit to be part of this Formula 4 race?
So physically, yes, there are, of course, there is an assessment of physical test also. There is a proper theory and there is a lot of guidelines that you need to read. You need to appear for the exam. You need to give the practical test. There is a speed test also, that when you are practicing, when you do actually the speed test, you have to be into particular. Otherwise, the accidents might happen if you are slow on the track. So you need to maintain the speed also. And apart from that, you just need to keep up with yourself. You need to keep yourself hydrated. You need to keep yourself well nutritioned. You need to keep understanding how that particular industry works and what are the terminologies. The terminologies are very different, right? And you need to everything has a particular related I would say study to do it, and that is where you need to be serious about. You need to spare some time, and practice is must.
Okay.
So you need to constantly practice, but this was happening in Coimbatore. So
What was the preparation period like before you hit the championship drive?
So you can go every month. If there is no stopping, you can go there. You can be there for 2-3 months before the championship and do it. Right. But then you have to book the principal, whoever is going to give you the car. You will have to also, train yourself, book the track also for practicing. So that is a journey where you need to do that and be prepared, because for women you might not get sponsors. Lot of people feel that I have won a title or won this particular license, then I might get sponsors. I was of course fortunate because of my background. That I did get support from people, from the brands and all, whether in a barter system or whether kind of a monetary this also sponsorship. But not everyone gets that.
Correct.
So you need to be very much thorough with the financial requirement, with the physical requirement.
Holistic, you need to see a holistic approach.
With the research and the practice element, that how many times you can afford to go over there, you can do it. Plus the gears are different. You need to invest in those gears also. They are all supposed to be fireproof.
Okay.
And which comes very expensive again. But then, of course, it is about your life, because there's no insurance or anything associated, and there is a safety. Everything is there.
All the safety gears are there.
Gears is there. There's a roll cage which takes care of you if you topple and all. You are trained to move out if the car has an accident or probably burns suddenly, or some engine probably sparks up and all. Everything is there.
Aditi, tell me one thing. First, when you were part of a championship, you were there on the wheel. So what was going in your mind, like, you won the championship, or what was going in your mind?
It's a very overwhelming situation, you are unable to express that feeling. That's what, when I came back home and when I told my husband, Prashant, it's unimaginable that what goes inside. I'm still having goosebumps that you sit in the very low sitting car and there are manual gears. Plus you are taking turns and turns and turns and constantly driving, so many laps.
Correct.
So at times I would go home and when we would change, there would be like marks all over the body. And it's like those, you are hitting the gear or you're hitting the car and all, right? So it's something which you cannot express.
Correct.
Okay,
the
but
satisfaction what you get of being on the wheel and going that speed.
That speed, it is something which it's a once in a lifetime opportunity also, as I saw.
Good.
And something which women don't do it, but can do it.
Correct.
And that myth about we can't do an adventurous sport, or the risk taker belief that we kind of suppress ourselves, should be let gone. I think we
that
can do that.
That reminds me of dialogue from Chakte India, jo nahi ho sakta wahi to karna hai. That's what Aditi Gupta, she did by being on that Formula 4 race track. And she won that competition. I think many of the movies which are there teaches you a lot. Probably जो नहीं हो सकता वो करना है, इन्होंने कर दिखाया है. And it's a great learning for the ttalk audience over there who are watching and listening to a conversation on ttalk with Aditi Gupta. I'm sure a lot of inspiration from entrepreneur to glamour world, and changing the gear to an adventure, sitting on the wheel and winning the competition. But still, Dil Mange more. So do catch up with Aditi Gupta in our next episode of ttalk Boond Soch ki. And if you like, just go to the comment box. I'm sure Aditi Gupta, she's going to reply. Go to www.ttalk.net, subscribe and like the channel as much as you can. Ma'am, thanks a lot. I think it's a real great inspirational story. What I think we have shared with our target audience. I'm sure that's what this platform is all about. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.